There we go. Hey, what's happening, Frenzy Head Nation? Coach Cole coming live for the Season 10, Episode 6 of Sports Frenzy. And welcome to the show, everybody. Sorry for the delay. I was going to get started a little sooner, and my plans, tend to get changed. So we'll see if I lose some of you, if I'm not quite done before the football game is on and I lose some of you. I don't hold it against you personally. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Not bad here on the coach's end. Been lots going on this week, that's for sure, in sports news and everything that's going on that way. But yes, busy week indeed. Excuse me. Got a little cough going on. Like I got the cure for that. Lemonade on the show again this week, as always. Take a little sip. Been fighting off some illnesses at the Cole household, so bear with me on that. But yes, we are ready for another exciting episode of Sports Frenzy. But first, if you haven't already, and not necessarily some of the live audience has already, but before my non-live audience, my classroom audiences, if you haven't already, before you watch the show, you want to jump down to the link that I provided in the email and check out the weekend wrap-up show. Yes, we talk about that every weekend. The weekend wrap-up replaces the beginning part of the show that I've done here with the Sports Frenzy recap. It's now the weekend wrap-up. We try to shoot it on Sundays for our friends at the Hope Center and for the live audience watching. And then the rest of you get to watch it on Friday because I know the classrooms are super busy and can't get to Sports Frenzy more than once. So check it out in the link below before you watch this part of the show. And it'll get you'll see who won this week and all the results from all the teams. All right, with that being said, let's move forward with the show and see how many mistakes I can make or made on the sheets this week. Seems like there's always something anymore. All right. It is week 7 of high school football action. Gosh, it seems crazy that high school football is going to be playoffs and wrapping up before too long. But yes, we are on week 7 of high school football. And we actually got, this might be a challenge for the Panthers this week because, oh no, there goes all the flashcards on the floor. Bear with me as I try and get things straightened out. I apologize, everyone. Sorry about that. Well, we'll improvise here and make this work. It's always something on the show, folks. All right. Let's see what we got here. As I was saying before my cards went all over the place, we have... this is week 7 of high school football. All games kick off at 7 o'clock. Okay, a little flustered right here. Let's get this straightened back out. Pull the show back together. My goodness, what just happened? All right, we have Grass Lake as our first game. Grass Lake this week has 6 wins and 0 losses. They are traveling to and playing against who's had a good run up to this point. Talking about those Addison Panthers. Actually, and here's my first screw up already because the Panthers are actually 5-1. They've only lost one game. So the Panthers are 5-1, 5 wins and 1 loss. So I screwed that up on the sheets. So there we go. Our first mess up on the sheets already. This game is at home. Do I like the Panthers' chances? Can the Panthers pull off an upset against Grass Lake on their home field? Grass Lake undefeated going into this game. It's weird that I have to think about this one, actually. There's a piece of me that really wants to see the Panthers do something special. See, I'm giving you a compliment, Panthers. Panther Nation don't have to be mad at me this week. I gave them a compliment. But they're going to boo me because I think the power of Grass Lake is going to be too much for them. I'm going to have to give the win to Grass Lake. All right, next up, we have the struggling 0-7, 0 wins, 7 losses, Adrian. They're on the road this week, traveling to and playing against Chelsea Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have 6 wins and 0 losses. I got to tell you, I know you guys are getting pretty mad at me about this time by now. So I got Paulson's classroom at the high school. I've got Bowman's classroom at the middle school. But you guys, it's what can be said? Chelsea's undefeated. They have 6 wins and 0 losses. And the hate mail is going to come in because I got to go with Chelsea for the win. I don't know. I just feel like the season is pretty much over for Adrian this year. Maybe they can come back better and stronger next year. Who knows? But I got to go. I'm sorry, Adrian fans. I know I'm letting you guys down. I got to go with the Chelsea Bulldogs for the victory. Our next game, we have the Field Royals. Zeke, I'm shooting the show. You need to be quiet. We're live on Sports Frenzy. Knock it off. All right, next up, we have the Blissfield Royals. They have 4 wins and 2 losses. They came out swinging, and the second part of the season has gotten a little bit weaker for them. And they're on the road this week. They are traveling to and playing against the Erie Mason Eagles. The Eagles have 2 wins and 4 losses. I feel like this is the week we see some redemption. The loss last week did not sit well with Blissfield Royals. I think the Royals come back and get the victory. Go Royals. All right. Zeke, stop. We have the Shrine Catholic Knights.
Come on.
They have 6 wins and 0 losses. They're undefeated. They are traveling to and playing against. Started off strong and kind of ran into a few obstacles along the way. The Britton Deerfield Patriots. The Patriots have 3 wins and 3 losses. Again, it's an undefeated team. I got to go with the Shrine Catholic Knights for the victory. Next up, we have the Whiteford Bobcats. Whiteford Bobcats have 3 wins and 2 losses, and they are on the road this week playing the only undefeated team in Lenawee County, out of the Lenawee County schools. Talking about those Clinton Redskins having a really good season this year. They are 6 wins and 0 losses, and I don't see anything standing in their way of getting another victory this week. I am going with the Clinton Redskins for the victory. Go Redskins. Our next game, we have the Dundee Vikings. They have 4 wins and 3 losses. They're on the road this week, traveling to and playing against our mighty Columbia Central Golden Eagles, baby. The Eagles have 4 wins and 2 losses. Got a big win and big momentum booster for the team last week. Got to talk to Coach Randolph about it. He said it was a much-needed win and a much-needed boost for the team. Unfortunately, they've been injury-prone this season and have lost a couple of their good guys. So it's making it harder in Columbia Central this year. But these guys believe in me and have made me an honorary member of the team. So I still believe in them. Let's go get them, Columbia Central. Tear it up this week and get another victory. The Columbia Central Golden Eagles, baby. I know my buddy, sideline reporter Rich Hallowell, has been very disappointed in his team this year. They are struggling. The Hudson Tigers. They have 2 wins and 5 losses, and it isn't helping their cause this week that they are playing away and playing a fairly good team in Onstead. The Onstead Wildcats have 4 wins and 2 losses on the season. Hudson sideline reporter Rich Hallowell has been out of the picture. He hasn't even been at the games lately. I don't know if that's because he's working or if just because the season is a loss. I'm not sure what's going on there, if he can't handle it anymore. But I'm going to go with the Onstead Wildcats for the win. Next up, we have the 5 wins and 1 loss. Talking about the Lenawee Christian Golden Eagles. Their season is looking pretty good, but they are on the road this week playing in Pittsford Wildcats. They have 4 wins and 2 losses. Close records here. But I believe the Lenawee Christian Golden Eagles. Lenawee Christian Golden Eagles, they'd kill me for that. Lenawee Christian Cougars. Oh, my. The Lenawee Christian Cougars come away with a victory this week. I got my mind on the Columbia Central Golden Eagles. Lenawee Christian for the win. It was a long day at work, so I'm a little tired, a little weary. Shooting the show a little later than I normally do these days, but that's all right. We'll make it through. We're doing fine. And we've got lemonade to help us through. All right. Next game we have the Madison Trojans. Gosh, I gotta check this record because they haven't played now 7 games. And I think I have a typo on this one. Let me look this one up real quick because I don't think my record is right on this one. Let's do. Looking at. There it is. No, it's not a typo. Okay. We'll roll with it. I'm not sure if this is correct or not. Could be my Max Prep site just doing what they're doing. But the Madison Trojans supposedly have 4 wins and 3 losses. And they are traveling to the struggling Morenci Bulldogs. The Bulldogs got their first victory last week. So they are 1 wins and 5 losses on the season. See, that's what doesn't make sense to me. Why Madison would already have 7 games under their belt when everybody else has only played 6. So I don't know. Anyway, I think this is the week Madison gets another victory. I'm going with Madison with the win. Your next game is the Summerfield Bulldogs. The Summerfield Bulldogs have 2 wins and 4 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Sand Creek Aggies. I don't think this one's right either. Let me double check my record on this one. Sand Creek Aggies football. Maybe that is right. It says Sand Creek's record is 4 wins and 1 loss. And I apologize if that's not right. But I'm going with Sand Creek anyway, so doesn't matter what their record is. Sand Creek for the victory this week. Go Aggies. And our last high school football game of the week, we have the Jackson Vikings. Jackson Vikings have 4 wins and 2 losses. And they are traveling to and playing against the struggling Tecumseh Indians, who have 2 wins and 6 losses. Tecumseh has not been good this year. Jackson, I'm sure, is a bigger school than them anyway. I've got to go with the Vikings for the victory over Tecumseh. All right, that ends our high school football action. We're moving into college football action. This is week 6 action for our local colleges and week 7 for all our other colleges. So starting with our local teams, we have the struggling Adrian Bulldogs this year. The Bulldogs are 2 wins and 2 losses on the season. And unfortunately, they've got a tough one ahead of them this week as they travel to and play against Olivet Comets. The Olivet Comets. The Comets are undefeated. They have 4 wins and 0 losses. Kickoff for this game is 1 p.m. It's not a televised game, but here's the cool thing about the Adrian Bulldogs. They have a YouTube page now, and I think they've been streaming all their games on their YouTube page. They have announced team and everything else. Kind of similar to a format like I wanted to do, only they have it looks like they have an actual pretty decent camera crew there that's filming the whole thing, and they have the announcers and stuff. So, you can check that out on YouTube and find it. And the game time is 1 p.m. for that one. I haven't given up completely on the Bulldogs yet, even though they're playing a really hard team this week. So I'm going to give my vote to the Adrian Bulldogs, even though they're playing an undefeated team. I have a little faith in you, Adrian. Come on, let's do this. And next up, we have the Taylor Trojans. The Taylor Trojans have 2 wins and 2 losses. They're traveling to and playing against the Siena Heights Saints. The Saints have 4 wins and only 1 loss on the season this year. Kickoff for this game is 1 p.m. This is not a televised game, but it's at home. So if you live around the area or anywhere around here, you could go to that game. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you can buy tickets at the to walk up and buy tickets. I don't think you have to have them in advance. Not 100% certain on that. 1 p.m. kickoff. Got the here it is. The Hillsdale Chargers. The Hillsdale Chargers have 3 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling on the road this week to the Northwood Timberwolves. The Timberwolves have 3 wins and 2 losses. This game kicks off at 1 p.m. also, and it's not a televised game, but it is. It's not a televised game, so no chance of seeing. I was gonna say it's a home game, but it's not a home game. Anyway, I still have the Hillsdale Chargers getting the victory. All right, that's it for our local schools. Now we're getting into our other NCAA colleges. And our first game comes from my favorite school. That's right, I'm talking about those mighty Go Blue Michigan Wolverines. Woohoo! Let's go blue. Let's go blue. Let's go blue. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go blue, cause it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. All right. With that being said, we have the number 16th. Yes, they jumped up to 16th in the polls this week. We have the Michigan Wolverines. They are 5 wins and 1 loss. Defense has found their groove again. Offense is trying to find their groove, or as Coach Harbaugh says, they're close to finding their groove. It's been there's still a lot of people complaining. There's still a lot of people saying, I mean, last week should have been a bigger score than what it was. 10-3 was your final score. Defense pretty much dominated the game for Michigan. Saved everything. Saying that offense is not looking super good. We'll see what happens this week, folks, because they are on the road traveling to the Illinois Fighting Illini. That's what they're called. The Illinois Fighting Illini. I don't know what an Illini is, but they're fighting apparently. And am I holding the logo upside down? No. You can turn the logo either way. It's still the same. Yes, that's me being a dork. Anyway, the Fighting Illini. I don't even know. I wonder what their mascot looks like. We'll have to look that up. They have 2 wins and 3 losses. Kickoff for this game is at 12 p.m. on ABC. And you guys know who I got. Of course, I've got the mighty Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go blue. All right. You guys want to have some fun real quick? Should we do this? Should we look up what a Fighting Illini is? See what their mascot. Let's see what the Illinois Fighting Illini mascot. Interesting. I did not know any of this. Okay, so do I feel slightly bad about making fun of it? Maybe. So apparently it was Chief. It's based off of a Native American, and it was Chief Illinois Weck, and I'm totally butchering that name. He was associated with the university from 1926 to 2007. Okay, so apparently they don't have a mascot right now, but the Chief, and they were trying to keep the Chief around, but people want the Chief around, but it wasn't. They don't consider it politically correct. There's a bunch of Native Americans that didn't like it, so apparently they tried to change the mascot to an otter. And that was shot right down. So anyway, that's what I know on the history of the Illini. It has something to do with the Native Americans. So I apologize for mocking your mascot. I wasn't really mocking him. I didn't even know what Illini was. It's named after a chief. Didn't know that. Now I do. Doesn't change my opinion at all. Still going with the mighty Michigan Wolverines. Go Blue. Need a sip of lemonade. All right. Next up, we have the East Lansing Burning Couches, patent pending. The East Lansing Burning Couches, they have 4 wins and 2 losses. And I got to tell you, this game's not looking too good for the Burning Couches. So you can guarantee that East Lansing will be burning. Well, the truth is East Lansing will be burning whether they win, lose, or draw. You know, they might not even be playing at all in East Lansing. They'll still be burning. Because they are traveling to and playing, and I got to say, be brutally honest about this, the team that stomped Michigan into the ground and made us look very, very bad. Talking about the number 8th ranked Wisconsin Badgers. They have 5 wins and 0 losses. After watching what they've done to most of the teams they've been playing, I'm going to say that they completely destroy the East Lansing Burning Couches. And it's going to be flame on in East Lansing this weekend. This game is a 3:30 kickoff. And you can find it on Regular O ABC. So it is a televised game. As I try to do for you guys, I try to get the games that I know are going to be televised or look super good. Those are the games I try to put on here for you guys. And that's not always going to happen, but for football, it works out pretty good most of the time. All right. We have the moment that I've renamed her Alabama Bev is what I'm calling her now. And she's been waiting for this game, and I see that you're viewing tonight, so thank you for being on here, Bev. We're talking about some of my friends who are a little rough on the logos destroyed my last logo, so I had to print you up a brand new, crisp, brand new, fresh off the printer as of yesterday, brand new Alabama logo. Bama is the as of last week or the week before that? Last week, I believe it was. Alabama jumped into the number 1 spot as the Crimson Tide have 5 wins and 0 losses. And Bev says, "Roll Tide, roll." They are on the road this week, traveling to and playing the 24th ranked Texas A&M. The Aggies have 3 wins and 2 losses, and Texas A&M might as well enjoy their last week in the top 25 polls because the Alabama Crimson Tide are going to roll all over them. Shouldn't be much of a game, I'm thinking. Going to destroy them. And then it's probably going to knock the Texas A&M team out of the top 25, I would imagine, by next week. Kickoff for this game is 3:30 p.m., and you can watch it on CBS. Regular CBS is what it'll be on. One more time for the Crimson Tide fan. Roll Tide, roll for Bev Buer out there. All right. Our last college football game is this week's first. It's your first three-point bonus game. It's your first three-point bonus game. It's your first 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. All right, I'll tell you why this is our one of our 3-point bonus games this week, because it's not going to make it easy for you guys. We have the number 10th ranked Florida Gators, and they are on the road this week. They are traveling to and playing against the number 5th ranked LSU Tigers. The Tigers are also 5 wins and 0 losses. This game kicks off at 3:30 p.m. and you can watch it on CBS, just regular CBS. Number 10 taking on number 5. Florida Gators came away with a big surprise win last week over a team that was ranked above them. LSU undefeated as well. Somebody's going down this week. This should be a really good game, folks. I haven't read who's got the odds, where the odds are on this one or anything. This is a tough one for me. I think I'm gonna go with the Gators, though. I don't know how strongly I feel about this one. I just think this is going to be a really good game this week. But I'm going to take the Florida Gators for the win. Just because they got a big win last week is going to be my main thought for that one. Okay, we're moving into NFL football action. These games are all played on Sunday. It is week number 6 for the NFL action. And the games I chose for you this week, I don't have the Lions on here because they are the Sunday night late game. And so that would make it hard for me to do the Sunday night. Well, it would be impossible to do the Sunday night weekend wrap-up, which I like to try and do on Sunday. So I didn't put the Lions game on here this week, but do know the Lions play. They are the Sunday night football game, and I'll definitely be watching that game. So I put our first game this week as the Seattle Seahawks. They have 4 wins and 1 loss. And I know this game is locally televised. Talking about those Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns came out swinging. Well, not swinging, but came out playing. And they played hard in the beginning. But now they've started to sputter. They have 2 wins and 3 losses. But never say never. They have a very good quarterback who can make just some, and there's no other way for me to say it, some hellacious plays. The dude was throwing the ball around last week and getting some yardage out of nothing. So this game kicks off at 1 p.m. And actually, this is the game that's going to be on Fox. So, yes, it's the Fox game. Just because they're not too far away from us. And I do like their quarterback. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns. Got the Browns for the victory in that one. And your other NFL game I picked for you this week is one of the 2 of the teams are Classroom Follows. And so what we did this year for NFL teams, we did early predictions for some teams that our kiddos like and who they see might make the Super Bowl in my classrooms. And so this next team is one of the teams the kids pick that they like. The Houston Texans. The Texans, they have 3 wins and 2 losses. And they are traveling to and playing against Coach Cole's third favorite team of all time. And it's because I love Coach Andy Reid. We got the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs got hit hard last week with a loss. So they have 4 wins and 1 loss. Hoping this game might be on CBS. I'm not sure if it's the local CBS or not, though. That's the problem. 1 p.m. kickoff. 2 of our teams in the classroom. You guys know who I got. I got the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, we are moving into NHL hockey action. That's right. Hockey is back. Yes. And that is why. So some of these games, I got to tell you right off the hand, some of these games, as we shoot the show on Thursday night, the record's going to be off by 1 with our hockey games because there are some hockey games on tonight. And but I have to get the sheets out no later than Thursday for everybody to do the show on Friday. So these games might be off by 1 game as some of the teams are playing Thursday night action right now as we're filming the show. But all our games on here are Friday and Saturday games. All right. Everybody enjoyed this last week. I don't know if you really did or not, but we're going to do it again this week. Let's tune up the old clipboard. Let's throw. Let's see, where is that? I have that right here. Nope, I don't see it right now. All right. Get back to the tune-up then. Well, trying to change it up a little bit this week. Not making the same song every week. Oh, changing it up just a little bit. But then again, it might just sound the same. Because I don't know. And people might be just thinking, who cares anyway? It might even fast forward through this part of the show. Oh, we got the St. Louis Blues. I'm talking about those St. Louis Blues. Oh, yeah, the St. Louis Blues. Can I say it one more time? The St. Louis Blues. They have 2 wins on the season and no losses. But wait 1 minute. They have 1 overtime loss. And they're on the road this week. They're traveling on the road. Oh, they're leaving the United States as they travel to the old Montreal. We're talking about those Canadians. I don't know why I said it that way. The Montreal Canadiens. They have 1 win under the way. And no losses to speak of. But 2 overtime losses too. Now, what makes overtime losses different from losses? I said, what makes overtime losses different from losses? Well, I'll just tell you. You get some points for overtime losses. And that's why they put them on the record. To show that they got some points anyway. Now the kickoff is on, or kickoff. The puck drops on Saturday. And it's on at 7 p.m. And I believe it's on the NHL Network. Because the Blues being the champs. They've been getting a lot more airtime lately. And that works out well for me. Because I get to see my second favorite team. So I guess by this point you all know that I've got those St. Louis Blues. There you go. Whew. Wow. That ending. A little rough at the end there. Ugh, gonna definitely need a drink of lemonade for that one. Whew. All right. Depending on, I don't know. You either like it or you hate it. All right. And next up. Oh, I guess I could have showed you the logos while I was singing. Well, I can't play a clipboard and do the song. But the St. Louis Blues was who I chose. All right, now this I forgot to put it on here, but this is here we go. Another song for you guys. 3 points. 3 points. It's your second 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. Oh, I got a little tickle in the throat. I got to start. I guess I should start doing my my voice stretching exercises before I start singing from now on. Singing might be stretching the point a little bit. All right, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs. And again, this is your second 3-point bonus game. Sorry, I didn't put it actually on the sheet, but just scribble it in there. That's your second 3-point bonus game of the week. We have the Toronto Maple Leafs. They have 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 overtime loss. Excuse me, as of the recording of the show. Now, I know the Red Wings are playing tonight, so and I don't know what the current score is because I don't have my remote or the TV on at the moment. But yes, the Red Wings are playing tonight. So as of the shooting of this show, before tonight's game is over, the Detroit Red Wings have 2 wins and 1 loss. The puck drops for this game at 7 p.m. on Saturday, and you can watch this on FSD, as always. And I've got the mighty Detroit Red Wings for the victory. That's right. Go, Red Wings. All right, we're getting close to the end of this week. As we have AHL minor league hockey action. Talking about those. Well, first we have the Milwaukee Admirals. The Admirals have 0 wins and 1 loss on the season so far. And they are traveling to and playing against the team who is coming off a victory already. We're talking about those Grand Rapid Griffins. That's right. The Griffins have 1 win and 0 loss. The puck drops for this game at 7 p.m. Saturday at 7 p.m. It's not a televised game, but if you get the there is the AHL network. You can go there and you can pay for a subscription on your computer, and you can watch, pay for individual games, or you can buy a season pass. And if you like minor league hockey, you can either choose the team you like and pay a little bit less, or pick the whole season and pay a little bit more and watch whatever minor league hockey games you want. Would be fun to do, but I can't afford to do that. You can also find these games on the TuneIn Radio app, I believe it is, and you can pull them up on the radio station that they would be on and listen to them that way. With that being said, I have the Grand Rapid Griffins for the victory. All right, and our last minor league hockey game of the week comes from the ECHL action. And that's right. The Toledo Walleye are back in action. It is the Walleye's first game of the season, folks. The Walleye have 0 wins and 0 losses, and they are looking forward to an incredible season as they travel to and play the Brampton Beasts. This game starts at 4:20 on Friday. This is a Friday game. 4:20 on Friday. And it's not on, you can, they also have a TV network for pay-per-view that you can get on there and pay for like a monthly subscription, a yearly subscription, or a game-to-game subscription for these teams. Again, another way to actually watch the games. Or you can also, they have an app that you can follow the action online. I don't know if it has the radio station that you can listen to, but there is a way, there are a couple ways you can check out action with these guys. As you guys know, I have the Toledo Walleye for the victory. And I have a lot of I'm using time clocks and stuff to help with our students this year. And I have all these time clocks on here. I don't know why. There's nothing else after that game. That was the last game. So I'm sorry, guys. I hope that don't confuse anybody with all that on there. That's it for just the regular picks part. But we have NASCAR action this week as well. And let me tell you, let's pull up where NASCAR action is this week. Whoa. All right, so we have these names get crazier and crazier, folks. This is the 1,000 bulbs.com 500. And it is being ran at Talladega Superspeedway. Okay. At 2 p.m. Excuse me. NASCAR standings. Okay. As I try to do every week, I'll give you the top 10 in NASCAR standings so that you have an idea who's up there. All right, so we have Martin Truex Jr. in first place with 3,095 points. Danny Hamlin in second place with 3,080 points. Kyle Busch in third place with he's tied for second place with 3,080 points. Kevin Harvick in fourth place with 3,074 points. Kyle Larson in fifth place with 3,063 points. Brad Keselowski in sixth place with 3,052 points. Alex Bowman in seventh place with 3,049 points. Not sure who this is. W. Byron in eighth place with 3,032 points. Joey Logano's in ninth place with 3,032 points. Clint Bauer in 10th place with 3,028 points. Those are your top 10 NASCAR drivers. And let's see what's going on the Sports Frenzy Facebook page. You too can become a member of our Facebook page. All you got to do is find it, click on Sports Frenzy, click on it. I will look into approving you. I usually approve everybody pretty quickly. Other ways to view the show, we are also on the YouTube page. You can find us. It's Coach Cole Sports Frenzy 1 is our YouTube channel. That's where you can watch the show again if you'd like to. And we are on Twitter. It's @SportsFrenzy1. We are also on Instagram. That's our @SportsFrenzy1. So those are other places that you can see us on. And so I try to give you teasers on the Facebook page. Well, not really teasers. I tell you little teasers. And if you want to find out more stories, You can go and find out more about the story. You can go to our Facebook page and check out more. And going to our Facebook page. Taking a minute to load. Just give me a minute here. All right. Sometime today, maybe. We have the Phillies have fired their manager Gabe Kapler. There's a lot of changes coming in the in Major League Baseball right now. St. Louis Cardinals advanced to the NLCS game. The NFL has banned Ravens' crazy kickoff drop kick after watching Baltimore use it just one time. So there's more on that story on there. Clayton Kershaw is beating himself up over his loss to the Dodgers dropping the game and losing, are done for the season because Kershaw was not able to finish. Catcher Brian McCannon has announced his retirement from baseball. And NFL news, Vontaze Burleff's season-long suspension was upheld even in the appeal, so he will definitely be out for the season now. The Braves have decided not to hand out their foam tomahawks after complaints from Cardinal players. You can read more about that story on our page. The Oakland A's could be on the move to Las Vegas. Yes, that is a rumor going around right now. It's a strong possibility. The Detroit Pistons have opened up a new training facility and corporation headquarters in Detroit. AEW is talking about putting on a second TV show already. They might be putting it on TBS, which would put TBS and TNT. As you know, both were the homes of the original WCW programming. For those of you hoping to see Brandon Peters this week playing against his former team, that may not happen. He has an injury that might have him sidelined for a while, so we may not get to see him back in action this week. If you were a fan of his and wanted to see him in action, you're probably not going to get to see him. All right, guys. Well, I think that just about wraps up the information I have for you now, as we have some football starting. So it's time to get off here. Time to tell everybody, have a great weekend, everyone. Temperatures are dropping. It's going to cool off. It's going to feel like a fall weekend, that's for sure. But I hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll see you back here Sunday night for the weekend wrap-up. I hope everybody has a great weekend and enjoys themselves. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Take care, everybody, and go blue.